शिव बाबा पधारे, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्ममुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे। देव प्रजापिता श्री, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्ममुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे। सोहनी सूरत मोहनी मूरत, ज्ञान के मोती, भव्य मुख पर चंद्रमासी, चमकती ज्योति, दिव्य दर्शन दिव्य वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्ममुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे। विश्व में थी पाप की जब घटा छाई, तब विभूति आप जैसी धरती पे आई। एक तार में बंध के सारे, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्ममुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्ममुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों, ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे।
Om Shanti. I'm Sister Isabel from Belgium, Om Shanti. Sister Aditi, I would like to welcome you with a very beautiful flower from Belgium. And thank you very much for being with us all. For the moment, we are almost 200 BKs from all over Europe. And this is a weekly gathering. So we are very happy that you took your time to be with all of us. So welcome to all. And I will give a very short introduction of Sister Aditi. For the moment, she's staying in Gyan Sarovar as the spokesperson for the multimedia. She has been with Baba for the last 21 years, and she has received an education in mass communication. She has a very big professional experience. She has worked for the Ministry of Health. She has been their communication officer, a consultant. She gave a lot of lectures and talk shows on Peace of Mind channels, also on other big TV channels. And she gave also many spiritual lectures about communication skills, very important for us. And she has been working also as a journalist, as a program presenter, as a content writer, and also as a journalist for an international magazine. And for the last 12 years, she has been reading the Murli, the Hindi Murli, on the BK Luhar for all the BKs, the Hindi-speaking BKs, and she has also been giving many or creating many meditation commentaries on the Om Shanti channel. So we are very happy to have you with us. So Sister Aditi will read the Murli for us. She will share her experiences. So a very warm welcome, and I give the word to you, Sister Aditi.
Thank you, sister, very much. And I'm emerging all of you in front of me as if we all are sitting in Madhuban. Because when we say that we are in Madhuban, means there are the two things, the two virtues automatically comes inside us. One is Madhu, that is sweetness, and another is Ban, that is disinterest inside us. So one, we are very sweet also. We are along with everybody, but inside us, we have a deep disinterest from everything of this world. So with this remembrance and with this internal feeling, when we sit in front of Baba, then what happened that when I was just sitting in meditation and emerging all of you while doing meditation, I was just thinking that the mind and intellect, they work magically, that you can emerge anything inside your mind and your intellect agrees with that. And as if we are emerging that we are in Madhuban, and that same time when Shiv Baba enters in the Brahma Baba, and just Baba is reading Murli for all of us, and we are feeling as if we are in that time. We go in beyond time and beyond space, and we feel as if we are in the same time when Shiv Baba enters inside the Brahma in the Sakar Brahma. So when we feel like this, then our internal feeling, that intoxication automatically arises, and the powers, the virtues, the knowledge, automatically we start imbibing all of them. And many a times Baba says that I am your father, I am your teacher, and I am your Satguru also. So Baba is our father, and as a father, when we read Murli, we get many Baba instructions. And after that, Baba is our teacher also. And as a teacher also, he gives us many knowledgeable points, the jewels of knowledge. And as well as he is our Satguru. And as a Satguru, he gives us a knowledge which depart us from this outside world. We get detached from everything. So when we say that we remember all the three, Baba, teacher, and Satguru, all three together, many a times in many Murlis, Baba says that remember all the three together. A day before, one sister was asking me, how can we remember the three? Means at one time we can remember only one. How can we remember all the three at one time? I asked this question with Baba. And the Baba gives me a very nice reply, which actually I want to share with all of you. Baba told me that while you are performing your acts, one thing you should always remember that to whom you belong to. We have that feeling that I belong to the Supreme Father, who is the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of love, the ocean of peace, the ocean of bliss, and I am master of all of that. So when I have that feeling of master, that feeling gives me a lot of power, lot of energy, lot of divine virtues which automatically start coming inside the soul, emerging from the soul and coming through our act. And also, when we have this feeling, along with that, the teacher who gives us jewels of knowledge, gives us the directions, the right direction, the elevated direction. So, in the same time, we check whether we are performing our acts as per the directions of Shiv Baba, as per the elevated direction, or there is something which we are adding to it, whether it is manmat, that is the direction which comes out through my mind, or whether it is parmat, that is the direction which comes from what is out of me, that is because of the influence of this body or under the influence of the people which are coming in contact to me, or under the influence of some circumstances. So when we say that we remember Baba as a teacher, we remember all his elevated directions, and we check ourselves whether we are performing our acts as per the directions. And at the same time, there should be an unlimited disinterest, which our Satguru teaches us. So we have to check this also. If we remember Baba as a Satguru, even while performing our acts, we have this in our mind. There is a detachment. We'll act like a lotus. So if we have the three things in our life all the time, we are remembering the three Baba's relations as a father, as a teacher, as a Satguru. So when we have this feeling inside us and we start churning Baba's Murli, we're able to imbibe it very well. Because in the whole Murli, there are only three things. One is the Baba's sustenance, Baba's knowledge. Another is as a teacher, his guidance. Another is how to get detached from this whole world. So in the whole Murli, we learn so many points daily for all the three things. So let's start with Baba's Varzans. So today is 31st of July 2021. The essence of today's Murli is, sweet children, you should have the intoxication that your Baba has come to make you into the masters of the world. You are personally sitting in front of him. So that feeling automatically comes that we are sitting in front of Shiv Baba, and Shiv Baba is talking to us, giving us the knowledge through Brahma Baba. So mind and intellect should have that vision in front of us that we all are sitting in front of Baba in Madhuban. The question is, what effort do those who know the deep philosophy of karma definitely make? The answer, that of staying in remembrance, because they know that it is only by having remembrance that their past karmic accounts will be settled. Those souls know that if we do not settle their past karmic accounts, they will experience punishment through their suffering of karma, and their status will be destroyed, and that the next birth will then also be according to that. Om Shanti. The mercury of infinite happiness rise in you, children, when you see that Bap Dada has come personally in front of you. You, children, also know that Shiv Baba has once again entered the body of Brahma after 5,000 years. To do what? You, children, have this intoxication. All of you children know that the Father has come to make you into the masters of heaven. He is making us worthy. He is repeatedly telling us what he is telling to us, the method we should use to change from Tamo Pradhan to Sato Pradhan. So in the whole Murli, we keep on remembering what teachings Baba are giving to us, how to convert from Tamo Pradhan to Sato Pradhan. The method is very easy. He teaches us, he teaches the children very easy remembrance. On the path of ignorance, when a father has a son, he understands that an heir is born. You children know that the Father comes and adopts you at this time. In fact, all of you are the children of Shiv Baba. But how can Baba make you belong to him so that he can speak to you and you can listen to him? Because Baba do not have any body. How can he talk to us? Baba says, Shiv Baba says, through this body of Brahma, I am your Father. I make you into the masters of heaven. So these are the direct versions in active voice, as if Baba is talking to us, and it is his promise that he will definitely makes us the masters of heaven. It is just that you souls are impure, and you can therefore neither go to the land of liberation, no to the land of liberation and life. Because purity is the condition. All of you are the children of the one Father. All of you have to receive the Father's property. There are so many children, and this number continue to grow. He continue to adopt them. O souls, you are now my children. Consider yourself to be spirits, souls. He continue to adopt them. So Baba says, O souls, you are now my children. Consider yourself to be spirits, souls. We have found the Baba whom we had been remembering for half the cycle. Never forget this. Souls have been remembering the Father through their bodies for half the cycle. How they are remembering? O purifier, remover of sorrow, and the bestower of happiness. Because this is the kingdom of Ravan. There are people who think that they are very happy because they have millions in terms of wealth, or that they have many mills and factories, etc. But all of this is for a temporary period. So, how, as a Sadguru, Baba is detaching us from this whole world to see this? At the end, they will cry out in great distress. Mountains of sorrow will fall. All of that property will be destroyed in just a second. You receive the inheritance from the Father in a second. So those periods were such that these things seems to be like not possible, or nobody have seen it. But this is a time when we all are seeing the position of the whole world. How in a second the whole land, the big buildings, they get destroyed only through natural calamities, or with just a small earthquake, or with any other bombs and various destruction material which human being have created. So how a disease can take so many bodies, so many souls, they just, so many souls, they just, because they are not prepared internally and they have to leave their body. So how this happens now, all of us can see, and this feeling of total detachment should come from inside. So Baba has told us, because he is the real astrologer who can tell us what is going to happen in the future. So Baba has told these things many years before it has to happen. So Baba says that you receive inheritance from the Father in a second. He says, I give you the sovereignty of heaven in a second. This old world will be destroyed. There will be war and also natural calamities. There has to be cleanliness, because the deity has to come on this land. So there has to be cleanliness. You souls are now becoming pure. The cleanliness from outside as well as from inside. Both Bap and Dada can understand how much effort you children are making. The father makes, you make very little effort to claim into inheritance from him. Consider yourself to be souls and remember the Father. That spiritual Father is incorporeal, and we souls call out to him. The Father asks, how can you souls who are impure become pure? Only the one Father is the purifier. If rivers of water are purifiers, because India, we have this belief that rivers, the Ganges, if we just have a bathe in the river Ganga, then automatically our sins get absorbed. But Baba says if rivers of water are purifier, then you should quickly go and take a dip in one and come back. So this is the usual routine of in India that many people they used to bathe in Ganga water also. They just bring Ganga water in a canal or in a kettle along with them, and daily when they used to take bath, they put a bit of Ganga water inside that bathing water and they take bath in that. So they have such devotion and such belief for Ganga water. So it says that many people go to bathe in Ganga, and so why they still impure? It says that if it is right, then why they are still impure? Day and night they continue to they chant. What they chant? The purifier is Rama who belonged to Sita. It is Patita Pavan Sitaram. The meaning of that is one Rama, the Supreme Father, because here we are not talking about the Rama of Treta Yuga. We are talking about Ram, the Ram who is the attraction for everybody. That is the Supreme Father. The Supreme Soul is a protector of all the devotees, of all the Sitas. He is the purifier and he is the purifier and the husbands of all husbands. In India, we say patiyon ka pati. So in India, there is a belief that your husband is your God. The Baba says, I am your husbands of the husbands. Only when he comes can he purify you. The Father now says, follow my Srimad. Do not follow the dictates of anyone else. They think that they will find God by doing devotion. If you find God by doing devotion, why do they then say that He will come to protect the devotees? Baba says, what calamity happened to the devotees that He would come to protect you? Protection is given, then there is a calamity. The Father says, you have become so degraded. This is the extreme depth of hell, and all that unhappy and all are unhappy and diseased. Look at what is happening in every home. So Baba is just just creating a disinterest for this world inside our mind. There is nothing but sorrow. This is why they call out, Baba, remove our sorrows and give us happiness. There was constant happiness in Bharat. So now we have seen what is the position of the whole world in Kali Yuga, because we are sitting, because our mind is in Sangam Yuga, and we can see what is happening here in the Kali Yuga. We can also see what is going to happen in the Satyug. So here we have seen what is the actual condition, what is the scenario, And now we have to see what is going to happen in the world. So Baba says that there was constant happiness in Bharat, but there is now sorrow. This is a matter of Bharat, not of all lands. They come into existence later. Some take 60 births and others take a lower number of births than that. Those who belong to the deity religion take 84 births. According to this calculation, those who have come after half the cycle would take half of 84 births. Isn't that everyone goes around the cycle of 84 births? People say whatever enters in their mind. You children are now filling your aprons with the imperishable jewels of knowledge from the Father. The jewels are very valuable. So we are imbibing the Baba's jewels inside us. And we are just as if we are putting those jewels inside the mind, inside the intellect, and we are creating our sanskars accordingly. The Baba explains to you very easily. He says, you have been calling out, O purifier, come and makes us pure. Therefore the Father has come. You now understand that if you become pure, you will become the masters of the heaven. Shiv Baba has come to change us from those with stone intellects into those with the divine intellects. So this we have to check inside us, that how much the the stones have been still there inside our intellect, because stone intellect means nothing is going inside the mind, inside the intellect. The more we are imbibing Baba's knowledge in our life, the more our intellect is become pure, the paras. So Baba says that now we are having the divine intellect. The Baba has used the word the Patthar Buddhi and Paras Buddhi in Hindi. The Patthar Buddhi with the stone intellect and the Paras Buddhi with the divine intellect. The pure intellect, the intellect just like a pure gold, which can easily imbibe everything which Baba is giving to us. So Baba says, from lords of stone to the lords of divinity, all the idols on the path of devotion have been carved out of stone. They continue to beat their heads with stone. The Father says, no matter how much effort you make, there isn't going to be any benefit. Baba says, previously, you used to sacrifice yourself. What benefit did you experience? At the most, you probably had a vision of goddess, but you would be the same, because in the path of devotion, people have this thing in their mind that after this path, or after going to the path of devotion, we'll definitely get vision of our God to whom we are remembering. Maybe it is Hanuman or Ram or Krishna or any goddess, Devi, Durga. So with this belief, they do a lot of efforts on the path of devotion. Baba says that but you would be the same as you were before. There is no change because of that. The purifier Father comes once at the confluence age. There is nothing on the path of devotion in the golden age. There's no need of that. The Father doesn't ask you to cut your throat or do this or that, because in the path of devotion they have so much devotion, so much emotional they are for God, that they are ready to just cut their throat. They are ready to just sacrifice whole soul for the God. Baba says that they do so many different things on the path of devotion. Previously, they used to offer human sacrifices to goddess, because if we say the famous many temples, in the in many temples they used to go and sacrifice themselves for Shiv also and for goddesses also. It is Shiv and Shakti for both. They used to sacrifice their life just in order to go and in order to meet that goddess. They feel that after leaving this body, they will meet the God, and whatever they want in their life, they will get it. They just want liberation from the life. So Baba says, the Father says, after you have been reformed, you become deities. Now you have become those with stone intellects. You were given the sovereignty of heaven. There were so many places studded with the diamonds and jewels, and there was plenty of wealth. What happened to all of that? You have now become so unhappy. You originally belonged to the deity religion. You have now come into the Raju and Tamo stages. You belong to the deity religion. So, why do you call yourself Hindus? Those of other religion, they believe in their own religions. Each one has only one religion. The Muslims have the Muslim religion, and the Christians have the Christian religion. What happened to you? You were very happy, pure, and completely viceless. You have now become so vicious. No one knows how you truly were completely viceless, or how you then become completely vicious. While making 84 birth, you became Tamo from Sato, and you have now become completely Tamu Pradhan and impure. So we have revolved around the whole cycle in these two sentences. What we were, what we are, and what we are going to be. We definitely have to go from the golden age through the cycle to the iron age. All religions have to go through the Sato, Rajo, and Tamo stages. There has to be expansion. You are also part of the tree, because the tree, the human tree, is starting expanding. We were first, there was a small plant, and then it converts into whole tree. So there is a huge expansion. So Baba says that you are also the part of tree. Look at the picture of the tree. Brahma is standing at the top of the tree. It is Brahma who is standing there at the top of the tree at the end of his 84 births. All of you Brahmins who were sitting below down in tapasya are the ones who had become impure Shudras at the end. You are studying the Raj Yoga down below. You too were Shudras and have now become Brahmins. These matters have to be understood. The tree gives a very good explanation. So, how we get converts from the Brahmin, and then we are converting into the deities, and then we comes down from Sato Pradhan to Sato to Rajo to Tamo, and then Tamo Pradhan. So the tree is a beautiful example of all these things. The tree gives a very good explanation. You are now doing the tapasya of Raj Yoga, and your memorial is standing here. Where? In Madhuban, near to Madhuban. This is the living Dilwala temple, and that is the non living one. So, Mount Abu is very much Mount Abu, the Dilwara temple. We remember that in when we were students, so we have one chapter in Hindi also about the Dilwara temple. At that time, we do not know that we are going to visit that also, but it is in Indian syllabus also. In when we read when we were studying, so it was in in our syllabus the Dilwara temple. So at that time we used to learn a lot about about the history of Dilwara temple. So Dilwara temple, there is a long history, and the history is such that the uh, in the dreams of a person who was actually the minister of the king of Patan. So in the dreams he saw that what the goddess to whom he belonged to, Arbuda Devi, the goddess, the Amba Ma. He used to, he was a devotee of Amba. And he get dreams of that Amba, and she saw him in the dream that there is a tree, there is a plant, and beneath the plant there is a small statue. And he did the same thing. And in the same manner as the Brahma Kumaris organization, when how the yajna have been started, that Baba says that you are beneath the tree. In the same manner, the Dilwara temple, the original, the things which emerge in the dreams, which that minister saw in his dream. Accordingly, when he goes as per the direction of goddess, so he constructed the temple as per the direction of goddess. So in the same manner, we are also doing. We're also in the confluence age. Here also, Baba is just constructing a new world in the same manner. So there is a huge combination. There is no huge connection between that this Dilwara temple, the physical, this material, that is the living and non-living Dilwara temple, because even I think most of you have visited Dilwara temple, and you'll see the ceiling. The Baba says in many of the Murli, in the ceiling you see that in the top on the roof there are pictures of so many uh, deities who are on the elephants, on the horses, and that is we say Maharathi and Ghode Savar and Tyade, and who are just walking. You see very in a deep way. You see that all those army people who are sitting on the elephants or horses. They are not male; they are females. So Baba is the one who, because at that time there was no the society is not like woman oriented, but because it was created as per his dreams, so that is why it was inspiration which comes from the goddess, which goddess have given to him. So the whole architect is according to that. And also one more thing I want to share, that in Dilwara temple there are five small temples, and which actually devotes. The four temples are big one, and there is a small temple. The four temples which are in four directions, which devote. If we see in deep, these four are just like swastika. The four yugas, the four ages, the golden age, silver age, the copper age, and the iron age. So these are the four temples, which are actually the symbolic form of the four ages, and also the small temple which is of Mahavir, that small temple which shows the remembrance of the confluence age. The whole temple is actually directly or indirectly giving Baba's knowledge. You will see There's so many other things also, because the first temple is of Adinath, and the two temples have a very beautiful architect, but the third one, which is also called Tamra temple, that is the copper temple, which is devotion, which is in the remembrance of the copper age. The architect of that is not so good, and the fourth temple, there is no marble in it. It is made up of sandstone, which is a remembrance or symbolic of the Iron Age. So the huge temple, the whole architect, it is actually somewhere, and the whole soul connected to Baba's knowledge. There's so many points that will go in deep of the Dilwara temple. So Baba says that this is the living Dilwara temple, and that is the non-living one that didn't exist in the golden age. Baba says you can see your memorial at this time. You are sitting in the real Dilwala temple in living forms in a practical way. Heaven is being established. When you go to heaven, none of those temples, etc., will remain. It is Mama, Baba, and we children who are sitting here. This temple is an identical replica of you. It is named Madhuban, the living Dilwala temple. You know that when we say Abu, the Abu word is not the real word. It has been derived from the word Arbuda. And that is why there is a temple of Arbuda goddess also in Madhuban, near to Madhuban. So Arbuda, Arbuda means it is also, it's a Sanskrit word. And if we'll just divide the word into two pieces, then it is one is Arb, Ar and Bud, Arbud. Ar means mountain, and Buddha means the Buddha, the intellect, the Buddhi, the knowledge. So the actual meaning of Arbud is the knowledge of mountain, the mountain of knowledge, sorry, the mountain of knowledge. So this is the Abu Parvat is also actually it is the name is also devote tell us that it is the place where the ocean of knowledge has given knowledge to the all deities. And there are so many other temples here, like Vashisht Muni temple here, from where it has been said that all the 33 crore deities have been arrived from there. So the whole Abu Parvat and the history behind it and the mythological stories behind it, they all are giving our remembrance many stories, and they are very much, there is so many connection between the knowledge, the path of knowledge, and the path of devotion. The stories are connecting us that what we were and what are our remembrance are also here, and we are doing the practical karmas also here. Baba says that this temple is an identical replica of you. It is named Madhuban, the living Dilwala temple. Then, when the path of devotion begins, you will build temples, etc. The father made you very wealthy, and so you then built temples to him. It wasn't just one person who built temples to Shiva. It wasn't one. All of them built them according to their capacity. You know that you were worthy of worship, and that you then become the worshippers in the copper age. Shiv Baba makes you so wealthy. Therefore, later on the path of devotion, you build temples to him. You understand these things at this time. So now make effort to become king of kings. In the golden age, they were called emperors, and in the silver age, they are called kings. Then, when the world become impure, the emperors are impure and the kings are also impure. They built temples to the voiceless emperors and worship them. They first built a temple to the Shiva and then to the deities. You yourself built temples and worship them. You take 84 births. You are worthy of worship for half the cycle and then worshippers for half the cycle. People think that God is worthy of worship and a worshipper. They say that He gives everything and that He Himself then take it away. Hmm, So, what is the need? Because Baba do not need anything. So why, how He can take anything from us? Baba says that okay, if He gave it and then took it back, why are you worried about it? Because we are trustee. Baba says you are just trustees. So what is the need there is to cry? The Father sits here and explains to souls, you are now becoming soul conscious number wise. So we are becoming soul conscious, but number wise. So don't remember the Father at all. They do not, Baba says that some do not remember Father at all because the number wise is there. Na? So Baba has such figure also that who do not remember to Father at all, they do not remember soul conscious at all. So because in order to remember Baba, the first need is to remain soul conscious. Baba says that if we are not able to remember Baba, then definitely we are remembering the body. And if we are in our bodily stage, if we are in body conscious stage, definitely we cannot meet Baba. So Baba says that they do not remain soul conscious at all. Here it is explained to you so much, you souls, all the supremes. Baba says that you souls, Baba is teaching to us, the supreme soul is teaching you. The sanskars are in the souls. It is the soul that becomes a barrister or a magistrate, etc. What will you become tomorrow? If you souls continue to remember the Father well, you will go and take birth in the land of immortality. You will not take another birth in the land of death. Yeah, I remember that in many classes, and when we used to talk to Dadi Gulzar, he used to share this many a times that I do not want to take another birth in this world. So she always says, Baba, please remove my all karmic accounts in this birth only. So Baba says that if some karmic accounts still remain, punishment will have to be experienced. All of that will have to be settled by the suffering of karma, and you want them claim a high status. The Father sits here and explains the deep philosophy of karma to you children. You children know that the golden age is Satupradhan. Everything there is Satupradhan. They say that Krishna used to graze cows. Do kings look after cows? Such a thing is not possible. It is shown that the cow in the golden age were first class. They are called Kamadhenu, that is the one who fulfills all desires. Kamadhenu is also a Sanskrit word. Kam means kamna, their desires, and dhenu means cow. The cow who fulfills all the desires. There is a huge story behind that how Kamdhenu emerges. It was said that in the Indian Hindus Vedas, There is a story that when the cosmic ocean was churned by demons and the deities, then a lot of holy things emerged from the ocean. They did that churning for the nectar so that they become immortal. But along with the nectar, so many other things, so many holy and divine things emerged from the ocean, and one of them was Kamadhenu, that is a cow who fulfills all the desires, gives you success, and it is it and gives you a very good future, a good destiny, and gives you success, give you prosperity, give you all the things which you need in your life. So Jagadamba Sarcha Baba says that who is the cow, because cow is, and cow is called the mother. So actually, it is symbolic form of Kamadhenu is a symbolic form of Jagadamba. Baba says Jagadamba Saraswati is also Kamadhenu. She fulfills everyone's desires for 21 birth. This knowledge which we are imbibing through the mothers to Jagadamba and which we are giving to the others, it is the base of because of which we get all the property of Baba for 21 birth. You too are Kamadhenu. So today Baba is giving us a title, Kamadhenu. They have then given that same to cows that give a lot of milk. There are first class cows in the palaces of kings. Since the kings were also have such good cows, just imagine how beautiful they will be in the golden age. There is so bad order there at all, because here when we go to, the cows are generally in the villages and there are so much bad order of that. The father now tells you children, I have come to make you beautiful and take you back home with me. You call out to me, O purifier, come into this impure world in in an impure body. This one is impure and that one is a pure angel. A comparison is made. From being impure, you too will become such pure angels. The deities in the golden age are also called deities, and there are angels in the subtle region. You angels are now becoming pure. The Father gives you these teachings so easily. When you come here, you must not remember you must not remember any of your friends, relatives, or your home and family or business, etc. You have come face to face with the Father. For example, when we go to meet any big authority, maybe any minister or a prime minister, president, or any big authority, so definitely we switch off our phone so that it will not create any hindrance. We should remember only the, because in our mind there should be only one thing, that we have to meet that person and we have to listen to that person only. So that person importance should be such. Baba says when you come here in Madhuban, when you are reading Murli, or when we are listening to Murli, nothing should come inside our intellect. Baba says that you have come here to earn an income by having yoga. Therefore, engage yourself in this. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says namaste, good morning to the spiritual father, mother, and Bap Dada. Essence for the dharna. First is, in order to become free from punishment, settle all your past karmic accounts with the power of yoga. Become a trustee and look after everything. Don't worry about anything. Become soul conscious. Second, this is the time to earn an income. You must not remember your home and family or business, etc. at this time. In order to become an angel, make full effort to stay in remembrance of the one Father. Today's blessing, so it is blessing also and a homework also. Baba says, today's blessing is, may you spread praise of peace with your stage of an embodiment of peace and become a master ocean of peace. May you spread rays of peace with your stage of an embodiment of peace and become a master ocean of peace. The explanation is, at the present time, the majority of souls of the world need real peace more than anything. Day by day, many reasons of peacelessness are increasing and will continue to increase, even if you yourself were not peaceless. The peaceless atmosphere and environment of others will not allow you to sit peacefully. The experience of the tension and peacelessness will increase. At such a time, you children, who are master ocean of peace, have to merge your thoughts of peacelessness and specially spread vibrations of peace. Today's slogan is, in order to experience all the Father's virtues, in order to experience all the Father's virtues, stay constantly in front of the Sun of Knowledge. So we just emerge Baba as a Sun of Knowledge, and as if the sun and his strong rays of peace, happiness, love, and we are just imbibing, we are taking them inside ourselves, and all the virtues of Baba are just my virtue. So this was today's Murli. There were so many history behind this Murli, and there are many stories, mythological Indian stories are there, and we have many times have seen all these things in our life also, that Baba is very much helpful to all of us in many respects, and helps us not only in imbibing the knowledge, but to implement this knowledge in our life also. So many experiences which I have in my life, some magical experiences also, and some which are connected with Murlis also, because from the very beginning, I have deep love for Murli. And you know that, initially when I comes to the center, I am from Delhi, basically from Rajouri Garden Center. Rukmani Dadi was there, and I remember that when the very first day when I go to the center, I do not know what it is. Just out of curiosity, I went there, and on the very first day, one brother was talking about Murli, and I have this thing in my mind that I want to learn at least one instrument, that is the musical instrument. Yeah, I'll relate my personal experience definitely. I get this message. Yeah. So I'll tell one thing about Murli. Till date, I have not missed even one Murli in my life, because from the very beginning, I love Murli so much. And because I want to become, I was a journalist, as you got to know, and I want to become a news reader or a good journalist. This was my aim object, because I have that passion also, and my target was also that. But I have deep connection with God inside me, because from the very beginning, from the childhood, I get very good intuition power. I have very good intuition power. Even now, I have very good intuition power. I came to know what is going to happen in future before, and I can even see that sometimes. So that helps me a lot. So, but when we were not in knowledge, I was thinking that I used to think many a times, how can it possible that a person can see a thing which is going to happen in future? But when I got Baba's knowledge, I came to know that this is a cycle of 5,000 years, because many of the Brahmins have doubt on this knowledge, that 5,000 year cycle, how could it possible that it is repeating? But the base of my knowledge was this knowledge. When I first go to center and the brother show me the whole museum, the picture of this chakra, the cycle, it attracts me a lot. And when the brother talked to me and says that this is a drama of 5,000 years, and it is repeating, then I came to know, okay, because these things had already been done in my future, in my past. I'm just repeating it, and that is why I can see it, because it is inside the intellect. And if the intellect is clean and clear, the intellect can go inside also, means it can go in the past also, and it can go in the future also, because the real is already there in the soul. So that time I came to know, yes, the drama is this wonderful, and this is the true knowledge. And this make me to do the course also, although I was not so much serious while doing course. But uh, but I had a very good experience of Baba's meditation while sitting. Even I need not require to sit. Baba just pull me up and show me so many visions. And I had experienced so many things, but there are so many stories regarding the visions also. I want to share one story of um, Baba's love and my love for Murli. Uh, that was when I was an officer in Ministry of Health. So it was there. It was a holiday, and yeah, it was a Christmas day. The Christmas day is a holiday for government and for all the private sector also in India also. So it was a holiday and it was a Christmas day. So I thought that today I will do special effort, but I had to just settle down some more other things on that day. So what happened that early morning, due to some reasons, I was late to go to center. Although I have a plan that I'll go to center on time today, because today is my holiday, and I am not because I was doing job at that time. But due to some reason, I was late on that day. But I thought that okay, because I have I don't know that this is my fortune that from the very beginning I got the chance to read Murli more, rather than to I used to read Murli for others many a times, not many a times, but daily, even when I was doing job. So listening Murli I have not got more chance, but to read Murli, I got more chances from the very beginning. So I thought that okay, there are so many other students who come late. I'll read for them, and I'll do my effort also. But on that day, what happened? Because it was a Christmas day, and in Indian Center also, we used to celebrate Christmas Day in a special way. So the in the center there was a huge Christmas tree, and on those Christmas on that Christmas tree there were so many precious and small beautiful gifts were hanging on that Christmas tree, and the two or three sisters, they were sitting in the on the stage, and everybody has to go to the stage and pick up one small there is a one on the piece of paper which they have folded, and we have to pick up that piece of paper, and on that your gift is there. So sisters were sitting there to give us stoli, to give us blessings, and to give that gift, that piece of paper also. And after reading it, we have to pick up our gift from that tree. So it was that thing. But when I went to center, the sisters say that we are sitting here from quite a long time. Now, Aditi, you just sit here on our position. I say, okay, I can do service because today is my holiday. So I sit there. So what happened that my mind was just revolving around that I have not read Murli. So 1 hour, 2 hours, and I spent that. After that, sister says, Aditi, come Abba, come up just to take breakfast. I said that Didi, I will first read Murli and then I'll come up. But Didi said, no, no, Aditi, please come here. We want to do breakfast with you today. So I did breakfast also. And something or another keep on happening in the center. They start giving me seva also. But this thing was still revolving in my mind that I have not read Murli. Internally, actually, I was crying that today I think I have done something bad, or I was just, this was coming into my mind that certainly I have done some mistakes. Because of that, Baba is giving me this punishment that I am not able to read Murli from the morning, although today is my holiday. What is happening with me? I was internally crying for Murli at that time. So, so what happened to on that day that uh, after afternoon I did lunch also on the center. Then internally I was just to have that feeling. So I talked to one sister. I took Murli from the center. I went to my home. What happened then? When I went to home, I sit in Baba's room, and the Murli was in front of me and I was ready to read it. But as I picked the Murli in front of me, I start crying. And so many tears start accumulating from my eyes, and they were on the Murli. I could not able to read Murli because I was feeling as if I have done some big mistake. Because of that, Baba is giving me this punishment. So I could not able to concentrate my mind on Murli also. So what happened then? I came to I remember Baba's Mahavakya, Baba's versions that Baba says, if your mind is not okay, just better to listen some Baba's good songs, so they will inspire you and give you power. So I just on those days there were cassettes, audio cassettes. So they I have a huge collection of audio cassettes with me. So I pick up one audio cassette, and it was totally wrapped with the plastic cover, and it was a new cassette. So I have not I have bring that cassettes long time before, and I have not opened it. So I thought it better to I thought that it will be better that I will just open this cassette now, because because today my mind is not okay. Better to listen something new. I opened that cassette, and I just I played that cassette on my instrument. Then what happened when I played that cassette? It was Sakar Baba's Murli. And when I start listening to that Murli, I came to know that it is a Murli of Christmas Day. And then I opened the Murli, the same Murli which I have brought of the same day from the center, and I matched the words of Baba. I came to know it is the same Murli of the same day. And it was just like as if I I just feel as if Shiv Baba in the body of Brahma himself have come in front of me and reading Murli for me. So that day I came to know that how much Baba loves children, that I was thinking that I'm getting some punishment. But Baba loves me so much that he himself come in the body of Brahma and read Murli for me. It was the same Murli. And on that day, I came to know what is the difference between the Murli, which is in the cassette, actual Murli, and which is the 4-page Murli, but is in the 4-page Murli. So it was a nice experience and Baba's love for me because that there is a limitation of time. So that is why I think that maybe I'll get some other chance when I'll able to share other magical experience with Baba. Thank you very much, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to meet all of you through this virtual media. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Aditi, for your touching story, which is really very deep and really your personal experience from Baba's love for you. Thank you also very much for your inspirations, which you gave throughout the Murli. Very inspiring and very deep things to churn on.
Yeah,
So thank you so much for your time, for your presence. Thank you all of Baba's children for being there also. And I would just like to announce that for next weekend, for next Saturday, there will not be any Murli online together because there is another retreat which will happen at the same time. So so we will have to cancel it just for one time. So I hope you understand. But then the next week we will continue to meet. So I will have a quick look if there is any urgent question which you would still like to ask.
somebody is asking that what is going on in Gyan Sarovar. So these days there are bhattis for Indian BK's children in Gyan Sarovar also, in Pandavavan also, and in Shantivan also. So there is journal bhattis, yoga bhatti in Panda Bhavan and in Gyan Sarovar. But there are specific bhattis for teachers and kumars in Shantivan.
Okay, so the focus is for the moment in Madhuban on on
Yoga bhatti.
on yoga bhattis.
Yeah.
Okay. As a preparation for Raki or because of the monsoon?
Not it is for monsoon, but generally because usually also, and as a routine also, when we used to make the annual action plan also, in these days we used to take good we to have bhattis for Indians, and after that there is a foreigners season. But I think that maybe this year also we have all the time yoga bhattis. We're not inviting the other people from outside for different conferences, but only for BKs. When BKs they want to meet Baba, they want to see Madhuban, they want to just have go through to Baba's home. So they have huge desires to meet Baba's home.
That's great. That's great. So and hopefully the double foreigners can also come at
Yeah,
some point in time. We are looking forward to that, also to meeting you personally in Gyan Sarovar.
yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
let's wait until that time.
Yeah, as for drama, what is happening is
Yeah,
very
let's
good.
see what's in drama. Yeah, what are the fruits of the drama?
Hmm.
So let us all. So thank you very much, and let us all finish with maybe some. If everyone can open its camera, and that we can close with a short meditation, and that we can also take drishti from each other and also from Sister Aditi. So you can put on the gallery.